Hey, so what's going on, everyone? If you saw the most recent video, then you know that this past weekend I had another vendor job at LickComic Con in Roanoke, Virginia. Hence one of the reasons I am wearing my Big Lick Comics shirt. I will definitely have links in the description below for both Big Lick Comics and Big LickComic Con. So, previous video was the vlog where I showed everyone some behind the scenes stuff. Me getting the table ready, me talking about selling some of the books, and just the overall experience. So today, I'm going to show you what's in this bag. And we're going to save the big one for the end of the interview, or the video. I don't know why I said interview. Anyway, the first thing I'm going to show off is the Garden of Words manga. Now, if you've seen some of my previous videos, you know that I already have the light novel for this. And I do own the movie. Oddly enough, this is not my favorite movie from Makoto Shinkai, but it seems like every time I find print versions of his movies, it's always Garden of Words. But I am looking forward to reading this one. And it even starts off with some color pages. And that is also, if I remember correctly, this particular picture right here is the box art for the movie. Don't want to show off too much, but yeah. And if you're not familiar with mangas, then you start off with the back and read to the front. But yeah, this is the first one. I got it from a table that was 2 tables down from me. Unfortunately, they didn't have any cards at the time, but shout out to them for having this because I did want to get a couple of things at the convention. But this right here was a big one. That's why I'd be careful on what all else I ended up getting. The second thing. This is probably the one I should have shown first, but Garden of Words was at the top of the bag. Like I did with LickComic Con, I had to do the same thing with Big LickComic Con, and I got a shirt. This is one of, I think they had 4 or 5 different options. They had shirts, they had hoodies, they had sweatshirts, they had masks, they had posters. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. But out of the ones that I saw, this was the one that I thought looked the coolest, at least for me. This is more in line of what I normally wear. And I have to show support because Big LickComic Con in 2018 was the first convention I ever went to as a vendor. And over the years, I've never bought a shirt or anything like that from them. So this time around, I had to change that. And that's pretty much it on that part. It was just needing to be able to get something. And I'm most likely going to be wearing this when I go back in February. Okay. The last thing I am showing off. And I'm going to make a separate video on my movie channel, Let's Watch a Movie, where I'm going to show it off on there as well, because this kind of fits in line with some of the stuff that I could show off on Let's Watch a Movie. Now, if you've seen any of my videos prior to me having my own merchandise, then you know that every so often you would probably see me wearing a Batman shirt. That's because Batman's my favorite character as far as comic book characters go. So I'm walking to my table, and lo and behold, this. Kevin Conroy's signature. Back up a little bit so everyone can see this in its entirety. For those of you that are unfamiliar, Kevin Conroy is the voice of Batman in Batman the Animated Series, Justice League Unlimited, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, Batman Sub-Zero, Batman Mystery of the Batwoman. He voices an older Bruce Wayne in Batman Beyond, and he has voiced Batman in several of the DC animated movies that have come out since 2007, 2008. So long story short, I had to pick this up. There was no way around it. Not to mention, he even says, I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. So this had to be picked up. That was the reason that I have less stuff at this convention than I did from my Wilkesboro Comic Con haul. Because I had to pick this up. There was no way around it. This was necessary. That is going to be it for the stuff that I show off in this video. But I do want to give a couple of shout outs that I did not give out in the vlog video, just because I was doing stuff here and there. My table was fairly busy. There was a lot of people there because I was near two of the guests that they had mentioned. So because of that, there was a lot of people passing by my table. There was a lot of people I talked to. So when I was shooting stuff, it was pretty much 1 minute. Hey, how's it going? Here's what's happened so far, blah, 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 blah. And then I'd have to stop recording to do my thing. So I missed out on giving a couple of shout outs in the video. So got to give a shout out to my friend JP. If you've watched Let's Watch a Movie, then you've seen him in some of the videos. He's one of the people that does some of the movie reviews with me. He was there to help out with the table for when I needed to like go to the bathroom, walk around, that sort of thing. And I will also have some of the pictures again at the end of this video. He's the one who made the signs that were in front of some of the books if you were at the convention. So, huge shout out to JP for that. I've also got to give a shout out to Dave and Anita. They're the ones that are responsible for the tablecloth that you see on my table at my conventions, convention appearances. So whenever you see that, that was them. Well, mainly I asked Dave if he knew anyone, and Dave asked Anita, his wife, to make it. So for those that are wondering. Most importantly, I've got to give a shout out to JD. He is the one in charge of Big LickComic Con. That was one of the first, like I said, the very first convention that I went to as a vendor. And this was my 5th appearance. And while I haven't filled out the application yet, I can already tell you now, I'm going to be back in February. So he's definitely been a huge help. For him letting me be there is one of the reasons I'm able to share my books and even some of the stuff I'm appearing in with other people at the table. So JD, whenever you're watching this, just want to say a huge shout out. Very, very much thankful for all the times I've been able to be there to sell my books. And I've got to give one more, well, technically 2 more shout outs, but if any of you have watched any of my breakdown videos, then you know some of the personal poems. So I've had people ask before about, does anyone in your family actually read your stuff? The answer is yes. I do have quite a few people in my family that do show support, and I think I have written about that before. But people tend to focus on the negative more so than the positive. So I want to give a shout out. On Saturday, my Uncle Eddie was over there, so he stopped by and talked to me for a minute. And on Sunday, my dad was there, and he picked up a book, and My dad does a lot of things, but I could tell just from like the look on his face that Comic-Con was unlike anything he's ever been to before. Like when he said he was going to go, I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I was actually shocked to see him actually go there, and he ended up spending a lot longer at the convention than I thought he was going to. So, Dad, whenever you watch this, thank you for showing up at the table. Thanks for buying a book. And glad you had the Comic-Con experience, because I know that was definitely different from what you're used to. So for those that are wondering, for the next convention/haul videos, the next one's going to be in Fredericksburg in October. So the month of September is going to be the usual unboxings, reviews. I've got 2 discussion videos I'm working on. So for those that have been enjoying the vlogs, I do appreciate it, but the next one's going to be a month away. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up. Comment down below. I do my best to reply to comments in a timely manner. And that's going to do it for this one. So thank you all for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.